What's up, beautiful people? I hope all is well where you are. Today, I'm going to be upgrading the fuel pump on the LS Swap Suburban because I built the 383. It's supposed to be cranking out north of 500 horsepower. I thought it'd be a good idea to upgrade the fuel pump. Now, I decided to go with Quantum. Heck, I can't remember what my thought process was when I chose to go with this fuel pump over some of the others like Holly and whoever else. I know when I was doing my research, some of those other fuel pumps were saying that the factory fitting right here sometimes burn out, and fuel and burning just don't go well together, if you feel what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that as well. I'm going to be using, where is that bulkhead fitting at? Here's this bulkhead fitting that I was telling you about. Got 4 holes for your wires to pass through. Got this nut right here that comes off. Then you have this part right here that comes off as well. As you tighten up this nut, it collapses down on the wires to supposed to have a leak-free seal. We shall see. I got this bulkhead fitting from STM Tuning. It was, if I recall, like $19, then $10 for shipping. Little piece costs a lot to ship. I just don't understand that, but it is what it is. With the fuel pump, naturally you get the fuel pump package wheel. Then you get some electrical connections, a little piece of hose, some worm clamps. You will have to splice in the wiring harness because the factory setup is just not going to work. So good opportunity for you to practice up on your soldering skills. Pay close attention to the wires that's going to the fuel pump and the wires that's coming off the factory harness. So I know the gray and black supposed to be for the fuel pump, purple for the sending unit if I'm not mistaken, then the ground as well for the sending unit. Now when you're taking the sending unit out, there is a ground that's on the rear cross member. You're gonna take a, I think it was a 13 millimeter socket to it's coming off. It's coming off. I just don't want to stab myself in the hand in the process. Alright, that's that. And that's that. Let's see if this puppy come out of here. Heck no. Gonna require some persuasion. Like the plastic swelled up around the hole, but it's gonna come off. it out. Had like a little O-ring on there. This thing, that bulkhead that I showed you earlier, is supposed to seal up. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off and get my wires. Well, first I'm gonna deal with this hole right here, make this larger, and then get my bulkhead fitted in. Cut these wires, solder them into place, get this bad boy hooked up. Yeah, the rubber band didn't last too long. I guess gas and rubber don't work well together. So we got a little ways to go. Hey, when you're doing this, take your time. Don't get over anxious or whatnot, because if you over drill the hole, you got to buy another hole sending unit all over again. Just a thought. Almost there. Almost. That's that. Got the hole drilled. The bulkhead fitting goes through. See that? Then I'll put the nut on the other side. Tighten it down. And that's that. I might put a gasket on there as well, just to extra insurance. Don't want to have any fuel spilling out or anything like that. But I'm gonna clean up this sending unit first before I assemble this all together. It got some stuff on it, so we're gonna go ahead and tighten this up real quick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and deal with the wiring for the fuel pump first. Currently got my soldering iron heating up. Go ahead and strip these wires back, black to gray. I'm sorry, black to red and black to black for the fuel pump. Beautiful people, I found some better solder to work with here. Tried to find my other soldering iron, but I can't find that. But we're gonna work with what we have. But this is going a lot faster now. Key is having good solder to work with. I don't know where I bought that crap from, and it's just that crap. I ought to throw it in the trash. All right, so I'm gonna let that cool down. Well, screw that. This one should already be cooled down. Go ahead and slide this up. Put that in place. This is a 3-to-1 heat shrink. All right, beautiful people, I got my fuel pump upgraded to the Quantum 340. It's 340 liters per hour. I zip tied the wires to the assembly. Move this O-ring out the way. But I got a zip tie just so they're not in the way of the swing of the fuel level sensor. Got the bulkhead fitting in place. As you tighten up that top nut, it closes up the gap on the wires. So once it's tightened down, those wires don't move. They're in place. I did put a small gasket around the bottom of the bulkhead, just so I didn't have any fuel leaks or anything like that. See, I got it tightened up at the bottom. Yeah, I've used these Dorman seals. (097-833 CD). And the reason why I changed out that bulkhead fitting is just because I just don't think this thing would handle the increase in amps through this. I don't know what this GM called this. We just call it the bulkhead fitting. But I've read online some people have had issues with this burning up and melting. You know, if you're upgrading your fuel pump above stock, it's a wise idea to change this out. I mean, you're going to increase the amp load on the wiring, and if this thing is the failure point, you will want to go ahead and change this out. I had to cut this fitting off as well. It goes to the to that bulkhead fitting. To put that fuel pump in, I had to change out the factory connector as well. The fuel pump came with a wiring harness that had to be soldered in place. I used solder and heat shrink instead of those what you call them things, them spade connectors. Yeah, I don't get down with that because spade connectors, I have had spade connectors fail in the past, and although taking the fuel tank out was not that big of a deal, it's not something I want to go back and do because a spade connector came loose. Feel what I'm saying? So, but that's that. I got it all set up. Before I put the fuel tank back in place, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rust on the bottom of the cross members and bracing back there, and put some some flat black paint over rust paint on it. But hey, looks good. I'm satisfied with it. If you have any questions, be sure to put them down in the comment section. Thanks for watching.